Hello, students. I welcome you all in today's lecture. I hope you all have been doing fine and taking all the necessary precautions in these times. I also hope that you have been studying since you have the exams coming in the next 2-3 months. So, we were doing the elective English syllabus for intermediate second year students, and I was taking up poetry, and in poetry we had completed two poems, and as I had told you in the last lecture, we would be starting with a new poem in today's lecture. So since there are two poems by John Milton in your syllabus, so we will start with the second poem by John Milton today, that is On Shakespeare. As you must be remembering, we have completed the first poem by Milton, that was On Time. And today we will start with the second poem in your prescribed book, that is On Shakespeare. So you see, this poem, as the title suggests, is based on the great playwright, the great English writer, William Shakespeare. Like always, we discuss about the author. We don't need to discuss about John Milton once again, because I have already told you about John Milton when we started with the first poem. Okay, so if you want to know about the author, then you can go back to the previous lectures and get your information about John Milton. So John Milton had written this poem upon Shakespeare, and he had written this poem, composed it in the year 1630. So you can see how long ago this was written. So these people, these great minds, they existed long years back. Okay, and so it was written in 1630, but it was published in the year 1632. Now, there was a purpose for which Milton had written this poem. He had written this on purpose to commemorate the publishing of second folio of plays by William Shakespeare. As you all know, that William Shakespeare was a dramatist, he was a playwright, so he wrote dramas, that is plays. And what are plays? Plays are directions or stories or some narratives that are enacted upon the stage. So plays are incomplete without action, drama, stage, theater. Okay, so William Shakespeare was a dramatist and he wrote for the stage. So he wrote many dramas which are popular worldwide now, and there was this collection of his plays that was coming out, that was being published, that is known as the second folio. Okay, so it had a collection of his plays, dramas, and to commemorate the publishing of this specific folio, Milton was appointed to write this poem. Now you see that this poem is written as an epitaph, and it is meant as an encomium, as you can see on the slide. So you see that although this poem was written to commemorate a publishing event, okay, but the main purpose of this was that of an epitaph. Now what is an epitaph? I'll tell you in a short while. So you just remember for now that this was written as an epitaph, and it was aimed or meant to be as an encomium. Now the original title of this poem, the generally we call it as the poem On Shakespeare, but the original title that was published, that title was An Epitaph on the Admirable Dramatic Poet W. Shakespeare. Okay, so this was the original title of this poem when it was published. Later on, it came to be known as On Shakespeare. And it was written in heroic couplet and iambic pentameter lines. Now you see, this heroic couplet is a form of literary writing. It is a way, it is a form in which Shakespeare generally wrote his dramas. Okay, So it was a favorite of Shakespeare. And also iambic pentameter lines, these are the specific line meters. Okay, it is a form of meter in which poetry is written so as to form a rhyme. Okay, so you will know the details of this of both of these words, that is heroic couplet and iambic pentameter, when you go for further studies in literature. Okay, so over here it is enough for you to know that it was written in heroic couplet, and the meter of the lines in which the poem is written is iambic pentameter. And these two literary devices were used by Shakespeare himself. Okay, so to commemorate Shakespeare's writings, John Milton also wrote this poem in heroic couplet and iambic pentameter. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So I was saying that John Milton had written this poem in memory of Shakespeare. Okay, and I told you that it is written as an epitaph. And what is the meaning of an epitaph? An epitaph is an inscription, a poem or a short text that is written on a gravestone in memory of a deceased person. Okay, so let me explain to you this epitaph. You must have generally seen on graves. Okay, in cemeteries, if you have gone, if you have visited graves of the deceased people from your family or somebody, so or in the movies or in anywhere in magazines, newspapers, you must have seen that there are these graves on which there are gravestones. Okay, a kind of a little monument over there, and over there something is written about the person who is buried over there. Okay, so that the written short text, it may be a short text, a few lines, or a short poem, or just a few words, or maybe his birth year and death year, and anything. So it depends from person to person, the writer to writer. So this poem was devised as an epitaph, and epitaph is written on gravestones in the memory of the people who are buried inside the grave. Okay, so uh, this poem was meant as an encomium. Now, what is an encomium? It is a warm praise or a glowing tribute. Now, when we will read this poem, you will realize the glowing praise, the amount of praise that has been conferred upon Shakespeare, that has been uh, rightfully given to Shakespeare. And Milton has written about Shakespeare in golden words, and he has praised his writings, he has praised his legacy. Okay, so you will see when you read the poem how this poem becomes an encomium or a warm tribute or a warm praise for Shakespeare. So these two are important words that you must include in your answers to make them mm, more more rich. Okay, so this poem was written as an epitaph, and it was meant as an encomium or a praise. So moving on, you see that there are themes in this poem, and basically you must have known by now that the poem is themed or based on Shakespeare. Okay, so it talks about William Shakespeare, and it talks about Shakespeare's genius, his works, his legacy, and how amazing a playwright he was, and how impactful his writing was, and how it has left an impact upon every person who has read his plays or seen him act on the stage. You see that I don't know if you know, but it is good that you know that Shakespeare was also a performer. He was also an actor. Okay, so he used to act in his own plays. He used to be a certain character. He used to uh, be there on the stage as a character. Okay, so Shakespeare was also an actor. So those who have seen him act, those who have read his works, they only know what a great personality Shakespeare was. So this is what Milton writes in this poem, that the people know Shakespeare's real value, and time knows Shakespeare's real value, because even now, after 400 years of his death, we still remember him, we still read him, and I'm still giving you this lecture. Why? Because of the greatness of the writer. Okay, so any writer who is remembered for such a long span of time and who has such a high place in people's hearts, you must be, you must have no doubt then that the writer was someone great and he wrote something which is close to everybody's heart. Okay, irrespective of religion, irrespective of caste, irrespective of age, gender, nationality. Okay, so, obviously, Shakespeare's praise is there in this poem, and it also talks about the immortality that art gives to a person. Okay, and here to Shakespeare. So, how art is a form in which a person becomes immortal. If a person wants to be remembered for a long span of time, then he must create art, because people die. Okay, and people die and they are lost, but what is art? Art is a part of you, and it remains as words, it remains as stories, it remains as poetry, it remains as pictures, and in the coming generations it keeps on transferring from generation to generation. So art doesn't die. Okay, and the better the art, the longer it survives. So this is the greatness of Shakespeare, that his art, his works have survived for such a long span of time. So this was an introduction to the poem and to the main themes of the poem that we will encounter. Since it is a short poem, a very crisp short poem, just of 16 lines, so uh, I would do this poem, discuss it with you in the next lecture, hopefully, and we will need just one lecture to complete this poem, explain this poem. Okay, as you see, this poem has 16 lines, and I told you when we were doing the poem on time that a sonnet is of 14 lines. But this poem, although it has 16 lines, it still qualifies as a sonnet in its form. Okay, because it is written in iambic pentameter, and it has certain other characteristics which make it which qualify it as a sonnet. So the generally people have different views about this, but there are certain characteristics which make this poem also a sonnet. So we will discuss them as we read the poem and discuss it. So I request you all to please read the poem. It is a very short poem, and also do your bit of research about Shakespeare, about the poem. Okay, so hopefully we'll meet in the next lecture with the explanation of the poem. Until then, take care of yourselves and keep studying. Thank you and see you.